Anu, welcome. Anu, what's the current state of mergers and acquisitions at the moment? What are the forces that are shaping deal making right now?
Yeah, the current M&A market is pretty interesting. It requires conviction, courage, and creativity. What do I mean by that? You need to have real conviction that this is the company I want to buy. I understand the company. I know what the fundamentals are. I know how the various risks affect it. And I believe that I should be the owner of the company. So you need to have real conviction in that, in your investment thesis. Then you need to have courage because it is pretty easy to say the world is uncertain. Uncertainty doesn't work well with M&A. And so let me just kind of wait for perfection, right? And what is perfection? Ask people to define that. They don't know. But I'm like, I would like a world that is more certain. And why do I say creativity? Because in a market like this, where you can have diverging views on what is the correct valuation, how do you bridge the gap between what the seller thinks what they're worth and what the buyer think it's worth? So it requires kind of creative deal structuring. And that's kind of the need of the hour for the M&A markets.
Where are buyers finding opportunity and where are the challenges here?
So the strategic buyers who are well capitalized with cash on hand, this is kind of the best market for them. Because if they proactively go and approach a target and they can bring certainty because it's not a bet the company type of deal, they are much larger. The size of the target is about 10-20% of their own size. They're going in all cash. And again, they have conviction that this is the right asset to buy. That's probably, again, the most likely deal to happen today. The private equity firms, unlike the strategics, are in a different mindset because they have a lot of assets that they have held for a long period of time. They were hoping for a really robust equity capital markets, which didn't happen. So now you got to think about, what do I do? Do I fully monetize? Do I take a mark on the asset? Do I put it into a continuation fund? Do I do a secondary sale? Do I do a partial sale? What do I do? Or the holy grail, will a strategic come and buy my asset? So it's a little bit different for the strategics and sponsors.
I want to ask you about AI, how that's, you think, going to impact M&A.
AI, I think, is going to impact every business, every profession, every part of our lives in some way or the other at some point of time. So it's a question of which aspects. Every client of ours, whether public or private, no matter what the size of the company is really thinking about how they can use AI such that they don't get disintermediated by AI. And likewise, both as a company at JP Morgan, we are thinking about how we effectively use AI. We have multiple LLM suites that we are using. There's multiple products derived from that, and we are bringing it to bear on everything we do. We are also advising our clients that when we are preparing for due diligence, when we are doing due diligence, how is it that you leverage various AI capabilities that we have in order to speed up the process, make it more efficient, make it more insightful. Sometimes you don't have to actually physically go to a place. You can just do a lot with data. So there's a lot of creative ways in which we are using it in our business. But the real question is, how much money will companies have to invest in AI? And so one of the drivers in looking at especially strategic deals is to say, what are the synergies that I can then invest not only in AI, but tech capabilities, as well as controlling the supply chain. And so it comes into play pretty much in everything we do, one way or the other.
Anu, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.